This video is sponsored by nobody because, yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to AI Spawn. It has been a while since my last video, but I feel like I say that every time, so let's just go with it. Anyway, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase here. Lip-synced mouths make animation look so much better, but they are very tedious to make. I tried to make a skit thing a while back with animated mouths, however it took me months just to animate a couple minutes. And when there is a boring repetitive task, it is inevitable that someone will spend longer automating it than it would take to actually just do the thing. So generally in my videos I will save the results until the end, to build suspense or anticipation or something. But for obvious reasons, you get to see them in advance, aren't you lucky? Also, I mean, that formula hasn't exactly worked out for me in the past, so it's about time to change it up. Anyway, now it's time to see what happens when you take a programmer and lock them in a room for a couple months with nothing but a computer and Hamilton blasting on loop. Code.
Like tomorrow on a ride. How do you
Code.
like you need it to survive?
To understand how this program works, you first need to understand what phonetics are. Now, people have spent their entire careers researching phonetics, and even studying the use of AI to detect phonetics. Meanwhile, I'm over here making a video about them when I haven't even read the Wikipedia article. So make Gordon Ramsay proud and throw a heaping of salt on everything I'm about to say. When you speak, you make different sounds which combine to be words. World-shattering information, I know. Each unique sound is called a phoneme. There are a total of 44 different phonemes, at least in English. Other languages have more, such as Hebrew's ch sound. But I'm an American, so the number of languages my brain can process is directly proportional to the number of Big Macs per football field squared. Little did I know when writing the script that that line would be impossible to say. Anyway, back to phonemes. Because each phoneme makes a unique sound, a computer can determine which phoneme is being spoken by examining the audio spectrogram, which is just a visualization of the different sounds that the microphone picked up. But here's the thing. Identifying phonemes from audio is hard. But the good news is, I don't need to do that. Thanks to the open source community, when some other people write code, I can just yoink our code from GitHub. So this project will utilize another project called Gentle, which was made by people way smarter than me and was worked on for years, since late 2015. Essentially, we can feed Gentle a piece of audio and a transcript, then Gentle spits out a JSON file containing all the spoken phonemes, and just as importantly, the timestamps for when the phonemes were spoken. So that's pretty easy, but we still need to worry about generating videos, which is a bit more tricky. I started by creating a test program that can add cat images over a face I made in my favorite 2D editor, MS Paint. I then created a set of lip images, which was only loosely based off of the Phonemics set. A little resemblance, I concede that. After drawing the set, I made it so the program just iterates through the list given by Gentle. The program creates images for each mouth position, then creates a video of that image equal to the duration that the phoneme lasted. I then used yet another program called FFmpeg to combine all the videos into the final product. So let's see how this first test worked. Nope, nothing wrong with that at all. Kinda forgot to add audio. So I fixed that, and also made it so there's a pause between where the words are equal to the start time of the second word minus the stop time of the first word, and it looked a lot better. This is a test of the auto lip sync system. Does it work? But I didn't want this to be the new face of the channel. I started creating versions of my character without a mouth. Then I created a list that says what each phoneme's mouth is. And then I also created a list of what coordinates the mouth would go on each image of the character. Obviously, I'm skipping over a bunch of the steps in my explanation of the design process and all the work that's gone into it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And without further ado, let's see how it worked. This is a test of the auto lip sync system. Not terrible, but there's still some work to be done. First off, we need a way to change the pose the character is in. You wouldn't want to just stare at a static face for 3 to 10 minutes, especially when this is the face you're staring at. Therefore, there needs to be an easy way in the program to change poses. So, it was time to do some more coding. So now in the script, you can just add tags containing a pose, and optionally a direction. The program references a JSON file containing a list of possible poses. So when the talking left tag is in the script, the program looks at the talking item in the JSON file and gets the image. It then gets the X and Y coordinates attributed to that image so it knows where on the image to put the mouth. Now let's see how the new poses system worked. This is a test of the auto lip sync system. Now my arms are crossed. Now they're in my pocket. Does it work? And with that, I was done. Let's celebrate. Or so I thought. All of my tests were working, and I was so confident that I even messaged my friend saying that everything was finally done. But little did I know. When I started working on this video, a problem soon emerged. The video would very quickly become out of sync with the audio. My best guess as to why is because the video needs to deal with frame rate, while Gentle just needs to deal with decimals that don't necessarily line up with the standard frame rate. But let me ask you a question. Why actually solve a problem when you can just work around a problem? And finally, it's a small detail, but when running the program, the terminal kinda has a seizure and even changes colors at the end. So I did some simple coding magic, and now when the program runs, it looks very professional. Like, look at that output. That could be served in a fine French restaurant. And that is where the tool is now. There are still a couple of improvements I want to make, such as a caching system to make the video creation more efficient. However, the tool works, and it works really well. And if I never release anything until it's perfect, then I'll never release anything. Like always, this code will be available on GitHub, link in the description. And if you use this tool and find it useful, there are even steps there on how you can help contribute to it. And if you found this video useful, or you liked it, or you found it funny, or anything that would make you want to watch my content again, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And finally, I would like to thank the people who helped me with this video, including those who helped me through my many code hurdles, and those who helped me proofread the script. Anyway, that's it. Now it's just time to see how long it takes for the next video.